YDLY situation?
First of all, like I seen y'all messages, you know, I'm on the West Coast. I woke up late again and I was like, oh my God. Like, yeah, my first reaction, you know, thought that was a bad move, the way they basically announced and did not communicate essentially. And everyone researched and found out what's actually going on. I overall bad move, bad move.
To accept it.
I definitely agree. And I read that the transcript, I did not like the controlled environment with those questions because he kind of like was dodging a little bit. And like you said, I've used the MetaMask to use the ERC20 token with the bridging, you know, when they first dropped the bridging. So that's where my mind went. It was like, okay. Then when you're talking about going from us as in the superior technology, the best technology, to move over to the one that has security issues, because you know how we opt in on the wallet, Polygon and MetaMask, you don't opt in on assets. People can just send you stuff. So there's a lot of different issues that I already foresee. And then to leave YDLY platform, create a MetaMask to go hop on Polygon, which is on Ethereum, essentially, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't add up in terms of like the users.
So
for me, it seems like if someone gave you money, they actually have some pull over you. So I don't think it was totally them. They're appeasing Polygon money.
Yeah, because they got the grant from Polygon.
Like. Yeah, Polygon money. And like we say in the group chat, they also received money from Algorand. So it's not like they were just a venture-backed company. The reason a lot of these projects are getting venture-backed money is because they're with the Algorand Foundation, who therefore setting these deals up for them. So to go take this money, use all the TVL lock, all the data from the Algorand people to leverage another blockchain and kind of have a ghost website that's almost exactly the same with all the same information, but Polygon is like not a good look.
Yeah,
because when you're talking about the way they positioned themselves was the launchpad incubator of Algorand, so to be the main centerpiece. And then so bridging, you know, makes sense, but I still like it would be one of those situations like we have Walmart is a big company with e-commerce, and we also have Amazon. Like, you know, Amazon didn't just bail out and immediately go hop on to Walmart, you know, after 6 months. So that's why is the part that needs a lot of more clarification and communication. And I know he said in that AMA that he hired Ben and some other staff full time for communication. I'm like, where are they at? And why have they not read, you know, made any public announcements, any public videos? That's the things that need to be cleared.
Yeah.
So I got people in my groups writing too, like they thinking now we're about to be rugged, you know.
Ye of little faith.
That I be talking about, that pissed me off so bad.
Bro, I don't even cuss that much, but like what the fuck?
Yeah. Because they go, for one, you're not God, it's not religion. We're investors into this product. So you sold us a product and we have the right to criticize. We have the right to move our money if we choose, but you're not Jesus, you know? So that thing hella, you know, as an investor, fundamentally, it goes, you know, the product. So I like the blockchain. I like what YDLY was doing. And another component is the team and the leadership. And if the team and the leadership is really sketchy to me, then that makes me look at the fundamentals differently, because I don't know if they're going to be able to maintain long term. Right. And if you look at what Jack Dorsey did with Twitter, his energy was a little too divided running two companies like that. So he went with Block or Square more into the financial space, and he let Twitter do its thing. So if we don't see any of those type of moves in the future, you know, I lose my faith in this team, because now they're about going from 7 to 45 employees. Now the next way we know is to get to 100. That's where my mind goes. It's about
how they gotta pay the 100, right?
Yeah, because you know, the more you hire, the more you spend is better for taxes. So I'm starting to think in my business, taxes, like he might be doing moves that has nothing to do with what all of this surface stuff is. You got to spend cash to get more cash in these type of industries. Let me just touch, this is what I'll say, then I'll let JT, I'm gonna be quick. It's like, don't do what our government is doing, like with Biden and all of them. Like, what they need to do is to have more transparency, and communication should be an open door and open policy. Like, they got 50,000 followers on YDLY and stuff, and they're not talking. They're using a platform that got 350 followers, and most of us didn't even know it exists, you know? So it's like, And as Seb Quinn, like he was well spoken at the cipher. So I'm like, get back on camera and talk to us. That's like the first thing I would do. Save face with the community, because people are like, basically, F this guy, F the whole thing pretty much.
Yeah.
You could just do it.
Whoever wrote that last Medium paper, write this one. Like for my audience or whoever else is watching, yes, I'm still bullish on the Algorand ecosystem as a whole. I'm a futurist. I'm thinking far out. And I have not sold anything. But in terms of some of these projects, now I have to scrutinize even more, be way more patient. And now I'm 100% watching teams 2 times more than I used to watch teams.
Yeah.
Because I do not want to put my money in a bad energy place or money is energy. So I want my energy to grow and 3x this year. So I need to make sure that who I give my money to, that they thinking the same thing we thinking.
Right. I think there's a lot of boiled up tensions too, because it's just been a really rough start to the year.
It has,
worst 14 days. Like Algorand is getting
2022 was supposed to be the year. I feel like there's a meme for that. I could probably throw it up, but
I
mean, you were the chosen one, right?
The few bright sides are at least that the blockchain itself has still never gone down, unlike Solana. So unlike some of the troubles we've had with some of these first mover apps, which you do have to give a little credit where credit's due as well. They were the first movers, and first movers will likely have more issues than those that follow, because those that follow have more time to work on their product, build out what worked on other products, fix what didn't work, figure out how communication styles worked and didn't work. So all these newer products that are coming out have the advantage of learning from the first movers that made mistakes before them. So I do think a little bit of slack needs to be cut. But on the bright side, like I said, the Algorand blockchain is still chugging along strong. We've got 20 million accounts or something like that as of today, which is amazing, because just 2 weeks ago it was about 17 million or something like that. We've a couple million in just a couple of weeks. And I mean, for those that are still bullish on YDLY, it dropped like 20% along that news and then was bought right back up. So I mean, that is a bullish sign, especially since we don't even have a DEX for people to be buying. I do actually wonder if the selling would have been worse.
Bro, it would have been bad. I would have sold. I'm telling you right now, I would have sold half my
it would have been worse. I don't think I would have
sold.
sold, but it definitely would have. I mean, I think a lot of it would have been worse just for the overall ecosystem.
And that's if it was going to get bought up like that, that could have been a juicy buying opportunity.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. And that's why I want to say to the viewers, whales aren't selling on this type of news. This is where you have to,
they bought it up real quick.
As an investor and as a long-term investor, you really have to do your own research to really get conviction to hold when things like this happen. Because like I said, when I first saw the news, I read it, I was like, that's interesting. I could have swore that, I could have swore that, I could have swore
I had a few more emotions in
that. I could have swore YDLY dropped the news of the post in the Discord, but I could be wrong. It may have just been, I just kind of stumbled upon it, which I think is dumb, that me being such a backer of YDLY from the beginning, I don't think I should stumble upon something like that.
Yes, exactly. It should have been a much bigger and more transparent announcement, but sorry to interrupt, continue.
No, but kind of like with what Sewell said, as you were investing, make sure this is showing that the team behind the project is important. There has to be clarity. And I think moving forward, what this will do is this will make some diamond hand players out of certain cryptos, because they'll know the team behind it. They trust them. Hopefully YDLY regains the faith of their community with answering some of these questions. But it also goes to show you can't just trust a project because they have a fancy white paper, a fancy app, a fancy website, because something like this, something like this could happen.
Shout out to the ALGO fam. Shout out to y'all.
Heck yeah. Thanks everybody for tuning in with us, hearing our thoughts of the whole YDLY thing that's happened so far. Obviously, we're going to keep you guys updated on any news that drops, as time goes on, and what information we get, with YDLY hopefully responding soon. Follow us on all of our socials so that we can, hopefully get you guys the answers you need. But until next time, guys, let's get out there and make some money.